Well, it's not past, it's almost 10 o'clock here when I'm recording this, and I'm doing it in Zoom again. I actually thought I was going to be recording with a friend of mine, but the friend isn't ready to do the recording yet. It might be another day or two till everything is set up. In any case, I thought I'd go to a meeting tonight and get inspired for a video, but I didn't. We watched a movie and had a little bit of a discussion. Anyway, the title that I ended up with is a follow-up from yesterday's video. And the title is, I Did Not Realize Overpopulation Was a Big Issue. Wow. I did not expect disagreement would come from any except cabal people. I may have been wrong. Has the cabal even convinced some in the freeman movement, especially in the United States, where tax income is determined by population, that there are too many people on the planet? In the US, they bring people here to lay claim to their unknown wealth, unknown, of course, to the people who are treated as slaves. Yes, I believe we are all multi-millionaires based on a financial system of gold, silver, and other so-called precious metals and gemstones, and their value in the fiat system. What will it take to see that the real problem is deception and misdirection? We have the ability and resources to transform the world. The questions are, 1, do we have the will? 2, can we get rid of the criminals who have abused us for many centuries? And 3, will there be divine or ET intervention? Yes. I didn't know this is the subject I was going to be talking about. As I said, I normally been doing the videos in the daytime. It's nighttime here now. And I did not get the inspiration watching a video that was mostly violence. And I'm not into violent videos, but the discussion afterwards was pretty nice. In any case, I'd like to see changes with the number 3, divine or ET intervention. Because I don't believe, quite honestly, that the criminals who have abused the human race and abused the planet and abused life and abused resources, namely the cabal and any demonic extraterrestrial presence, I don't believe they will ever lose without divine or ET intervention. They have the weaponry, they have the sophistication of technology. One of the things in the movie that they did show is that in the end of the movie, which made it, I guess you would consider it a comedy because it had a good ending, everything was turned around from the cabal to the good people. It was put to good use, and everything was turned inside out and upside down at the very end of the movie. Although the hero of the movie died at the end, the heroine and her daughter lived, and the technologies that had been suppressed from the human race were released at the very end, including healing technologies, and the earth was basically liberated at the end of the movie. That was the good part of the movie, although it was a very violent movie. And it didn't show the good part till right at the very conclusion of the very end when the cabal was taken out. I'd like to see the cabal taken out. But people are contacting me about this overpopulation thing. And in the United States, they're actually bringing people from other countries to boost the population, to boost the tax rolls, and to boost the Democratic Party because they figure most immigrants are going to be Democrats, and to boost the chances of keeping Obama in power. Don't you realize, folks, that everything that we've ever been taught basically is wrong? In religion, in politics, in business, everything. We've been lied to our entire lives. There is no overpopulation if the resources are spent supporting instead of fighting mankind. there's no shortage of resources if they are distributed on a reasonably fair basis. And I don't mean handing out millions of dollars to everybody. That would not necessarily accomplish much of anything, although there have been people that have made propositions along that line. No, there has to be a raising of consciousness, which is going to take time. You know, people that have been lied to and trained incorrectly are not going to change with the snap of a finger. And it's not going to be a miraculous thing, I don't believe, but there has to be something that shifts the power structure of the planet. It shifts it so that we can have honest leadership, so that we can have leadership that wants people to thrive and wants people to benefit. I mean, what a concept. And then overpopulation, I mean, my God, we're going to be able to turn deserts into land that is actually able to produce food. And not only that, we're going to be able to, I believe, control the weather more, so that instead of the earth being violent and working against us, is going to be brought back in. We're going to be able to have more control over things like earthquakes and floods and things like that. And I do believe also that there's a great possibility that instead of losing land, we're actually going to have a new continent rise up in the Pacific Ocean. Is that going to happen next year or in the next decade? I don't know that that's going to be the case. But there's lots of things that I think are going to bring positive changes when we have a shift in attitude. And the earth is going to be able to support double the current population at least. And people have talked that we can, if every woman would only have one child and sign a contract for one child, and I forget, in 50 years we could reduce the population by 25%. And if they did it another 25 years, they could reduce it again and cut it in half. That's, to me, none of that is necessary. That's thinking that things are going to continue economically and politically the same as they have been. If they do, I don't want to be on this planet anymore. I'm sorry I ever came, if that's the case. I came here, and I've known since I was a little kid, to, as I've said before, to bring the kingdom of heaven to earth, to help that to happen, to play my small role. And I used to have a bigger role. It's been made smaller because of things that I've done that turn people off, and I've gained an enemy crowd, especially on YouTube. But folks, we need to wake up. We need to be spreading as much as possible good news, and the good news is that we're going to get divine intervention. We're going to get it. We have to. Now, some people have predicted that this year there's going to be a new government in the United States. It's going to be the Secretary of, not Secretary of State. I keep saying that, and it's not that. It's the, what do you call it? The head guy in this House of Republican, in the House of Representatives, the Speaker of the House. Yeah, the Speaker of the House is going to become president, and it's supposed to happen next month. I'd like to see that happen. In our discussion group tonight, they said that's the scam. That's what the Illuminati's trying to pull to make us think that everything is turning for the good, but it's a scam. I don't know. I'm not claiming to know. I used to think I knew, and the things that I thought I knew didn't happen when I thought they were going to happen, and not even close. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't believe we're overpopulated, and I do believe that we may be on the verge of a great awakening. And if that's true, we're going to transform the entire world, and we're going to need all of the people to play their roles and to help each other so that we can build a world that we can all be proud of and that we can all thrive within. I think that's all I'm going to say for now. Thank you very much for listening, and namaste.